good?
Yep, good to go.
Ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right, audio's rolling.
A's rolling.
Base rolling.
So how much time do you spend on social media?
More time than I'd like to admit. I'd say probably about a third of my day is spent between TikTok, Twitter, and X now.
We're probably looking at 3 to 4 hours a day.
For work, probably a good hour a day.
Probably 2 to 3 hours a day during the week. And then on the weekend, that number goes up.
Who are some of the people that you follow?
I follow other teacher accounts, directors, actors.
Celine Dion, Beyonce.
Kendrick Lamar, favorite comedians.
Movie accounts, things that post about movies coming out, stuff like that. So just whatever I'm interested in, follow a pretty wide range of stuff.
If you could change anything about social media, what would it be?
A lot of times things that students, when I was in school, in middle school specifically, that I could escape when I left middle school, just by going home, the social media creates an opportunity for them to not be able to escape it, to continue to be harassed.
There's just a lot of hate and judgment that you see in the comments and stuff, so I would get rid of that if I could.
I feel like everything's getting real polarized lately, and as long as you're hearing it from someone who you're following or someone who's on your team, people are a lot more willing to accept that, like, even if it's fake news. But if we can get away from that and just everyone kind of observe a little more, that'd be nice.
There are just so many unrealistic beauty standards. People are afraid to be who they are, so I think I would change the culture of comparison.
Do you mind giving us some examples that you've seen?
Yes, actually just last night I was scrolling through TikTok and it was a young lady sharing about her experiences with her partner and how he's such a great person and a great provider, and people didn't stop to just take in the positivity of the video. They decided to attack him for his teeth, and people had really rude comments saying like, we guess he skipped the toothbrush and the toothpaste, and do you need me to pay for your dental appointment? And just things that were so rude, so disrespectful.
These 3 young guys stepped up to take penalties at the end of the game. It was the most important game maybe of their lives, and essentially they missed them. Their team lost, they're out of the tournament, and I was just blown away basically by how much racist comments were underneath those posts, and I can't imagine what it's like, to see that many, monkey emojis, banana emojis. And
this one time I had this young girl who came up to me and she was wearing the costume and she was not the same size as the girl who was wearing the costume online. And she was so self-conscious and she was so nervous, and she just thought that she was gonna do the worst performance of her life in this costume because she didn't look the same as the girl online. And I told her that you should be free to be who you are and you look amazing, and she ended up stealing the show.
Do you think we have the power to change that?
I think we very much so do have the power to change that. It would all just be in kind of using common sense and critical thinking, but as long as we don't just take everything at face value, we should be able to get through it.
It only takes a couple of good comments to change everything.
I think we should hopefully start to see more of a shift where more people like us that know that it's important to just be kind, be empathetic, be open-minded. I think more of us are starting to come out and get in the comments and stand up for other people. So that makes me hopeful.
So I think the number one thing that you can do is have an open, honest, transparent relationship. So if something is happening and your child has a social media account, that they can come to you and talk to you about it to get help.
I've heard my kids, they just look online and they see one positive thing and they're like, I feel so inspired, and it only takes one post. Everybody has the power to love yourself and to know how beautiful you are.